Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream of Barcelona in their triangular tournament versus Nottingham Forest and Udinese. It's a weird double back-to-back game that we are going to be seeing here. It's hopefully going to be exciting. I'm really excited for the lineup, as you can see on the screen right now. Who is playing? So we have Farinas and Bernal at the defensive mid. Love to see that. Jordi Pesquer is playing at left back, and that is because Joffrey Torrens is not apparently, but he's pretty much confirmed to be going over to Ajax now. Love to see Ajax. Rooney is also not here. Rooney Bargi, one of the better players in the last game against Birmingham City, because he is potentially moving to Ajax too on another deal that is working well. For people who don't know, Deco has been working a magic behind the scenes right now, and it's looking very good. But we're getting a few of our first team players back in. Fermin Lopez is starting in the attacking mid role. Rafinha is on the left wing once again. And then we also have Adeyemi on the right, hoping to see a lot more from him today. I think first game it was just literally like a week after he started training. He's not going to be ready for the game, but I'm very excited to see him right now. Right now, Udinese is winning 1-0. How do I show my chat? Wish I could do that. Options.
In game number 1.
Studio mode. Nope.
Beep, beep, beep. Well,
Docs.
that for an awful long time. And there you go, full time.
Docs. Docs. Chat. There you go.
And it's Sole's goal that makes a difference. Udinese 1.
There you go.
Forest 0. So Udinese for now in pole position. Next up, they're gonna have a break. It's gonna be
right now, Udinese just has beat Nottingham Forest, which is a bit of a surprise. Nottingham Forest being a Premier League side and whatnot, with a lot more money than Udinese, but we're really excited to see everything happen there.
Watching that, thinking, all right, I see what this format is made of. I understand how it works, and you could tell that the first 20 to 25 minutes of this game.
Just gotta double check that everything is looking good on my end.
5 minutes, they were finishing off the game.
Full time in game 1. Udinese 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Coming up.
How do I do this?
And that's how the table looks then, people. You've got Udinese, of course, leading. They have 1+ goal difference to Forest, of course, are in bottom currently. And in just, 10-15 minutes time, we're going to see Barca on our screens too, which is good fun. The sky looks lovely. Now to find out what the Udinese fans and
potentially hear some doubles
for the next hour or so before their team are back on for that 45 minutes against Barca. Spence made the lineup too, didn't we, for Barca? We can go through that.
Yep.
All right, we should be good to go.
Good fun. I can tell you, we have the Forest lineup too for this.
Desktop audio. Let's mute that. I'm also going to turn on this fan because I am starting to boil in this room. It's a little too hot for me, unfortunately. Yes, but very excited. We finally get another Barca game back. The missing preseason. Yeah, but a lot has happened with Barcelona this recently. I mean, Araujo is apparently off to Liverpool in the next coming days. Ter Stegen is off in the next coming days. It's going to be a fun time. Really excited to see all these players play. I don't know how Flick is going to approach this though, especially with the two 45-minute halves. Are we going to start an A team in the first half, or are we just going to go back to back and just treat it like a full game? I mean, we have a lot of our first team players back. We got a lot of players on the bench as well. I mean, who else is going to be here on this team? I mean, Balde should hopefully be getting some minutes. I think he might have pubalgia or something like that, so maybe that's why he's not starting. Same thing with Guille Fernandez. It's going to be really exciting to see him as well. Maybe Tommy Marquez, maybe he'll get some minutes. Orion Goran as well, who Flick has openly praised. I know they have the same agent, so there is a bit of conflict of interest there. But it's going to be exciting either way. I was sad to see Ibrahim Diarra get dropped and left off at Barcelona Athletic, uh, just because uh, he shows a lot of promise. I really like Ibrahim Diarra. I think it's just unfortunate with this injury that he had that he wasn't able to really to really shine last year for Athletic, and now he's just having to struggle to get back into fitness. I'd be really sad if he leaves, but maybe that's what needs to happen. As well as Tony Fernandez, I know he's a bit on the he's a bit on the fringes, I would say. I mean, he's kind of in and out of the team. Obviously, was benched behind Shane Clover in the Birmingham City game, which surprised me. Uh, but uh, yeah, there's definitely a lot that can happen, and I am very excited to see it all. I've been missing Barca, man. I'm like fiending for Barca right now. There's just too many other games going on uh, that we're not seeing. Appreciate whoever jumped into the live. Appreciate you stopping in to see what's happening. Right now, there is the EFL Championship going on as well. Uh, Curious. Let's look at this West Ham game. West Ham versus Portsmouth. Jared Bowen staying with West Ham. I mean, West Ham should really dog walk the championship. They just look too good. I mean, Edson Alvarez in there. What the heck? James Ward-Prowse, Joel Veltman, Tati Castellanos, who was literally one of the better strikers in Serie A when he signed. I mean, they should really dog walk the championship. Looking at some of the other friendlies, I know there's one game that I'm watching that we don't like to see. Inter beat Juventus though. Not shouldn't be too surprising, but always something to keep an eye on. Ipswich beats Rayo Vallecano, and then Sunderland beat Lens. PSG tied Manchester United. Wow. Ibrahim Mbaye, who's supposedly leaving to Liverpool, got the goal, but this is definitely PSG's B team, so I wouldn't take too much out of that. This looks closer to Manchester United's A team, besides a few missing players. So a good result there. I would say it's a good result for PSG. Where is the other game? I know it's happening. Madrid beats Ferencváros 2-1. SB gets his first goal for Madrid. Uh, Going to be an interesting season this year, especially with all the signings that they've had. I still don't think they have enough to beat us, though, especially if we get Rodri. Even if we don't get Rodri, as long as Madrid don't get Rodri, we should be fine. Vinicius Jr. came back to play. Antonio Ruggiero, Dean Huijsen. Yeah, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. We're fucking this Madrid team. I don't care. They are balls. Absolute balls. But yeah, let's see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. See the crowd in there. I would love to be there. I actually don't know where this game is being played. Let me go check that real quick. So that might have an effect on things. Either way, I am super excited. Barcelona are finally back in playing. Where is this? Yeah, it doesn't show the stadium. Preview, club friendlies. Where the heck is this game being played? Because I can't seem to figure it out. Apparently 4 minutes until we start. I'm not sure if they're just entering the stadium right now and that's what they're showing. Let me go check that. Jordi Pesquer apparently is born in 2009. That's crazy. I just get old. If you don't know where to watch this game, it is on on YouTube Premium for Barcelona members, and then it is also on Paramount Plus, according to FotMob. I'm watching it through uh, through Barcelona right now because we might as well give them money. Delafeo, the former Barca man, who I think he's still at Udinese. I don't know if his injuries have kept him out the past few years. Really sad to see, because especially he was that one bright spot for a few years in the academy. I mean that whole year for Spanish football is bad. I mean, you had Jesse Rodriguez coming through at the same time and Delafeo. They're supposed to have their winger position sorted for years, but injuries, man, it's what happens. Injuries, injuries, injuries. Either way, super excited to see all this happening. Why are they playing a? Someone's playing a violin in the middle of the stadium. Someone's doing the row. Yes, if we could get Holland here, that would be great. I would love to get Holland here. Anyway, yeah, a lot is happening right now. What a beautiful stadium, by the way. Wow, beautiful, beautiful stadium. Let's see where uh, playing Nottingham Forest. Forest is with one R. Darn. They're playing Blue Energy Stadium, Udine, Italy. Yeah, it's organized by Venezia, so I think this is Venice. Wow. Let's change Forest to have one R, because that's annoying me right now. Wow. So much for being able to spell. Who needs college, right? Come on, just start this game already. I'm tired of waiting. I just want to watch them play. So, but do we think we need another center back? I mean, we have we have four center backs now with Ronald Araujo going out, which it would be nice to have that depth, but Ronald Araujo definitely struggles a bit in the high line. He'll do well at Liverpool, especially if they drop a little bit deeper. He'll have Van Dijk next to him to help organize the defense. The only concern is their right back position isn't really set. I mean, between Jeremy Frimpong, Connor Bradley, and whatnot, it's kind of up in the air what exactly happens. But I think Ronald Araujo will do well in the Premier League, especially if he's able to sit back a little bit deeper. That might happen at Liverpool, but it might not. And Andoni Iraola is a manager that makes defenders look better, though. I mean, you look at Milos Kerkez, you look at Dean Huijsen, you look at Zabarnyi, you look at who's their right back? Max was it? It wasn't Max Aarons, was it? There was another. There was also another guy, but he made that defense look incredible. And you look at them now. Zabarnyi is behind Marquinhos and William Pacho at PSG. Had a horror show of a performance against against Mallorca, a second division team, in La Liga. Albeit he did have some backup defenders playing with him. Wow, what a beautiful stadium, by the way. That is absolutely beautiful. If I ever go to Venice, I'm going to that stadium. I'll find a way to get tickets. I'll find a way to get tickets somehow. But Dean Huijsen as well looks a lot worse at Real Madrid now, despite getting into the SofaScore team of the season. um, and then the left back, Milos Kerkez, hasn't looked that great for Liverpool as well. Looking at who's coming out for that Forest side, Morgan Gibbs White, I see, uh, is who is that? That's a striker. I know that. looks Brazilian. Milenkovic Savic. Igor Jesus is playing up front for Forest. Let's look at this lineup. Let's check. Matt Sells in goals, Williams Murillo, who some people thought would be a transfer target for us, although I don't think he is the best option to pair alongside Kubarsi. Sagare, Gibbs White, Dan and Doy, Igor Jesus, James McAtee, Jair Cunha, Milenkovic, and Ola Aina. So I would almost say this is their starting lineup. I don't really think there's anyone here that says like, oh, this is a backup team. This looks like a starting lineup for them, really. Captain Rafinha playing up top. Glad that he's back from his hamstring injury. Definitely was not ideal to see him go down for Brazil, and I was really happy he didn't play in their last game against Norway. Uh, just because like he has been run into the ground. He works so hard for us. Really don't want him to get hurt again. A lot of people wearing the older jersey. I haven't seen anyone in the stands wearing the newer jersey. I still like this one a lot better than the defined like 6 stripes or whatnot. But I never took design, like fashion design, so maybe, what do I know? Chesney smoking. Oh man, he is going to have a cigarette or a cigar in Italy after this game for sure. It might be his season done after this game. uh, Come on. Visca Barca. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Rodri too. I know we're trying to get him. I know right now he's agreed with us. He's definitely going to fit into our team. I know people are going to say that Pedri and Rodri, and maybe that's another video I could do. Pedri and Rodri didn't really work together for Spain, but that is more of Spain's way of playing rather than Pedri and Rodri just not being able to work together. Hopefully, it'll be a more defined role for both of them. Maybe allow Rodri to take a step forward. But Pedri, if you saw in the World Cup final, when he a lot more free, he just looked like one of the best players in the world. Like he was the best midfielder once he came on both sides of the pitch. He's just an incredible player. We're so lucky to have him. 20 million euros is a steal in today's market, even if we bought him for originally 5 million. How are whoever pulled him? I think it was scouted. Someone scouted him, but I think it was Cruyff and Alemany who pulled the trigger on that to get him in. What a great deal. Brian Farinas, though, I'm very excited to see him. Flick actually denied his transfer to Almeria, was it? He was like really close to leaving, and then Flick pulled him back, which is interesting because I mean, if he pulls him back and keeps him on the team, but he's selling Casado, who is starting in the team, he must see something. I wonder what he sees though, especially when we bring in Rodri. Maybe it's just for backup, maybe it's just for rotation. But Brian Farinas is too good to be sitting on the bench for us. He needs to get minutes. He needs to play. Uh, I just I really hope for the best for him because I don't want him to get stuck on our bench just doing nothing once again. And then also Hamza, is he going to make his claim to start the first team? I don't think his technical ability is there yet, and that's fine. He's 18, came from Al Ahly. His technical ability isn't going to be there all the time. It's just a wonder of how much he's going to play. I know Ferran potentially is leaving. I really don't want to go into the season with Hamza as our starting striker. I can see him coming on as a backup the same way that he does for Egypt, and he's going to run, he's going to press. It's going to look good. He's going to look good, but I'll hope for the best. Shame about Oscar Gistau. I think Oscar Gistau is a very, very good striker, very Barcelona coded, but that injury definitely set him back a lot. Doesn't look like to have the same speed that he did before. Rafinha as our captain. Yeah, and especially with so this season is also interesting. We technically lose two captains, Ronald Araujo um and Mark Andre Ter Stegen. So we need two more captains. I made a video about it. I heard what's his name? Eric Garcia might go into the captaincy. Would love to see that, especially because he is a guy that defines hard work. Was pretty much shut down. Was thought to be a nobody. Was criticized heavily when he got called up for Spain in the 2022 World Cup by Luis Enrique. But now he's back, and he was very important in that final game against Argentina. Came on as a center back for Aymeric Laporte to play there. I'm curious to see where he's going to play this season. I mean, is he going to play at right back? Is he going to play at center back? He played at center back for Spain, played right back in El Clasico and during the more important games at the end of last season. Uh, but I wonder what Flick is going to do with him. It looks like we're going to have a moment of silence. Going to respect that. For Jorge Messi. Yep. R.I.P. Crazy. This is the guy, the father of Lionel Messi. But I'm excited. I am very excited. I could not wait to watch Barcelona play. It has been too long. I've been too withdrawn. Like even that Birmingham City game wasn't enough for me. I needed more. Definitely needed a lot more for that. Right. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting test though. Jordi Pesquera at left back, the 17, I think he's 17, 2009, something like that. Incredibly young, especially to be starting in the back line. I mean, we have a very young wing back. Xavi Font, 19 years of age. Um, Jordi Pesquer, 17 years of age. Espart, by the way, just winning the under 19 Euros, although he did play as a defensive mid in that team. Uh, very um, so he played as a defensive mid in that team. So just very interesting that Flick sees him more as a right back. He can play there. He can play both positions. I'm just kind of worried defensively. This is going to be a big test for him. Most likely with Morgan Gibbs White down that left hand side or Dan and Doy. They might try to overload that side. And it looks like they're already trying to do that. They've got four players on the left hand side that are going to make a run towards Xavi Espart's side. It'll be interesting. Our front line, though, is definitely worrisome for their defense. I mean, you have Adeyemi and Rafinha. That is just a lot of speed down the flanks. Nice. Already, the press. Yeah, so who is that? Is that? Yeah, that's Morgan Gibbs White on that left hand side. Is that Neko Williams? That's the left back for Forest. He's offsides. Oh, jeez. Forest getting across in the first minute. We need to wake up for sure. That's not good already. Yeah, Forest are going to be playing long balls over to our wings. Jordi Pesquer, one-on-one against Jair Cunha, I believe it is. Mark Bernal looks to be playing in the more defensive role. Brian Farinas is pushed up to the 8. So Bernal has a big test today. He didn't really do well circulating the ball in the last game. I think Casado was a better midfielder for him than him. Eesh. Bad pass by Fermin Lopez. Oh, another cross in. Jeez. Whew. Not good. Not good. Definitely being pushed back right now. would definitely prefer not to be pushed back as far as this. Xavi Espart getting rid of the danger, doesn't know what's behind him. I think that's the right move. Yeah, and then Forest need a win today, especially based off Udinese's loss. Uh, Udinese's loss. The loss against Udinese is the right word. Corner in, Jared Martin gets the header away. Adeyemi. Offsides. Pesquera is very fast for a 17-year-old. Very, very fast. Handanovic. Wow, interesting. I'm assuming he's here for Milinkovic, the center back. Unless he played for Venezia in the previous season. Yeah, Forest are definitely going to press a lot. We're gonna have to see how well we handle the press, especially since it's 45 minutes. The teams are just going to be able to press the entire time. But it looks like we're going to be pressing too. Forest are probably going to just play it long to get out of danger. Yep, as you saw right there. Great work. But I think that's Gerard Martin. Forest seem to be in the back five, and they're almost like a 5-2-3. Oh, nice work by Xavi Espart. Oh, great work. Hamza is so physical for an 18-year-old player. This is why, great work, Christensen. Yeah, Christensen, very nice to have him. Hopefully he's back for the season. I mean, he is essentially a defensive mid playing center back as well. That's how good he is on the ball. Really liked him, especially under Xavi when he wasn't hurt. Just a shame that he's hurt. Xavi Espart once again. This is why people like him. Look at his buildup is just world class. Oh my goodness. Brilliant work for me with the cross. Rafinha. Ooh. Great build-up play. Xavi Espart showing why I like him at that fullback position with the build-up. I mean his issue at fullback has never been building up from the back. That is what he's excellent at. It's just his defensive ability. But great work by Barcelona to build up. Adeyemi with the flick over to Fermin, and Fermin with a wonderful ball across. Ola Aina stretching out to clear. Similar thing we saw with Forest attack with Xavi Espart defending. But this Barca looked like they warmed up. What a cross. Oh, brilliant touch. That's a foul. Yeah, the last thing I want here is injuries. We did unfortunately see a player already miss the season. I think it's the Monaco player that missed the that is going to be missing the season because he shattered his knee. Very unfortunate. Don't like to see it. Definitely don't want that here. But I don't see there's any like hate against Forest. They don't play dirty, at least from what I've seen. Just very strong defensively. Ooh! Yeah, offsides. Good cross by Rafinha. Definitely hoping he improves a little bit on his free kick taking this upcoming year, especially with Rashford gone. We don't really have a natural defense free kick taker. Hamza winning the header too. This is why they want him. I mean, he is kind of our answer. He's kind of like a mini Haaland. I don't think he's as good as Haaland was when he was 18. Haaland just looked completely to overwhelm everyone else his age. I think Hamza can overwhelm them, but I don't think he has the technical ability that someone like Haaland does have. But I think he can get there. Haaland is what, 26 now? He's in the prime of his life. Hamza's only 18. I think he's showing a lot of potential, and I really like him. We'll see what he does for Egypt in the long term. Yeah, and he presses too. This is what I like to see. This is a guy who wants to play for the first team, and this is the exact attitude that I want him to have. We need players who want to play for Barca. Oh, Fermin, you had that. Gerard Martin once again doing his job. Doesn't set a foot wrong. We love to see it. We love to see it. Yeah, I'm also hoping to see Alvaro Cortez come on either in this game or good work by Xavi. Yeah, Adeyemi just looks a little bit off the pace right now. I think he's still not at full fitness. Um, just seems a little bit slow with his technical combinations. I think he needs the space to make decisions. Ola Aina beats Pesquer to get the crossing, but we defend that well. Great work by Rafinha. Great work. Oof, foul. All right, we are at 31 minutes in right now. Yeah, I mean, so far seeing Murillo, I mean, he hasn't really set a foot wrong, but he hasn't really like stepped up. I mean, it's been 10 minutes or so. Not really much you can really do unless you really mess up or really do anything crazy. Another cross coming in. Jordi Pesquer doesn't look out of it right now. What a Hamza again winning the header. Yeah, that's a foul. Hamza's very eager to impress, and I do like that about him. Definitely a little bit raw. Um, I think if we bring him on with tired legs, especially when the other team is pressing, he's gonna be very good at that. Yeah, haven't really seen Brian Farinas on the ball too much. Yeah, really do want to see a little bit more of him. I haven't really seen much of Mark Bernal either. Really do want to see him a little bit more, get a little bit more involved in the play, a little bit more involved in the build-up. I know Nottingham Forest haven't really given him that opportunity, especially with that front three blocking passes into him. But I mean, I think this is partially why Xavi Esfar has been able to build up out the back. I think we do need to find Jordi Pesquer on the other side, though. I mean, look how far up Pesquer is. It's essentially he's essentially playing left winger on the build-up. Yeah, yeah. Forest are leaving our fullbacks open rather than our rather than um rather than leaving Bernal open. Hasn't really helped Bernal show up in this game, but he's got a lot to prove. I mean, especially with Roger coming in, he's gonna want to get minutes ahead of Gavi, ahead of Frankie De Jong. There's a lot of competition. Great flick by Adeyemi. Great flick by Adeyemi though. Yeah, Nottingham Forest are doing a very good job cutting off any passing lanes to Mark Bernal. At the same time, though, I do need Mark Bernal to help rotate the ball more when he does get on it. Great pass. Bernal is definitely a player that likes to play the way he faces, uh, unless he knows there's like nothing behind him. I think that's why I do prefer him in the advanced rule. So if a layoff is to a player making a run towards him. But oh my goodness, what a ball by Xavi again! Brilliant work. Oh, it's gonna look incredible when Yamal is on that right hand side and Xavi is playing that ball through. He offers just something so different. once he gets his defensive ability set, oh, that's a bad miss by Bernal. But once he gets his defensibility up, he's gonna look a lot better. I I really like the way he builds up out the back. It's something that we've been missing for so long. You can see him. There's a reason he's a midfielder on the youth teams. He knows where to play the next ball. He knows where the space is. He knows where to run into, and that's not something that you get just playing right back. But this is the issue again. Long ball over the top. Xavi Espart, yes, he's double team, but that's something he needs to call out to help. Oof. Oof. Not the best. Not the best defensively, especially on the crosses. I think I've called this out. I don't think Bernal is the best defensive player, and I don't think he's the one to play defensive mid. I think his qualities show when he's making runs from deep into the box, when he's carrying the ball forward. And he doesn't really get that option when he's playing defensive midfielder. If he plays for Roger or Frankie, Alexis Sanchez as well is here in the house. I'm assuming for Udinese, former Udinese player and former Barca player, obviously. But I think he obviously played for Sevilla most recently, in especially when they beat us 4-1 in that one game. Uh, just unfortunate that we lost that game, but in the end, it did not matter. It just didn't look great on our record. Uh, But yeah, sorry, I was saying before I was interrupted by the picture of Alexis Sanchez, Marc Bernal as a defensive midfielder, I think he's too lackadaisical in that defensive role. He doesn't spot danger the same way like someone like a Busquets or even a Pedri does. He is definitely much more of an attacking midfielder. Firmino is also playing extremely deep as well, doing a lot of defensive work. Get rid of it. Oof. Jeez, Hamza took a big hit there. And we really haven't been able to control the midfield. Nottingham Forest are doing a lot better work in the midfield than we are, with I think Sangare playing that deeper role. At the same time, we are missing our best controller. Yeah, we just need Hamza to have a chance to hold the ball up. Great save by Szczesny once again. Now Adeyemi has space to carry it. Oh, the speed is there. Who finds Fermin? Find him! What the hell are you doing, Fermin? Oh man. That was bad. We finally get a chance on the counter attack, and that's what we do. Ugh, we are. It's definitely preseason. Hopefully, we get these out now. Yeah. Right now, Nottingham Forest are definitely getting far too many chances. They're being able to get through our wings a little too easily. I mean, you're just showing our youth and inexperience down the way the fullbacks. It's gonna happen. The Forest are playing a very tight line. I think we just need a run in behind right now, just to keep Forest honest. And we need someone to be able to play that ball in the same way that Xavi was able to play that ball to Adeyemi. Getting that to help just unsettle Nottingham Forest out of their block, because they're playing in a very tight, like 20, 30-yard block right now. I think we need something in behind in order to just scare them off of keeping in the zone. There you go. Over the top to Rafinha, but that's cut out well by whoever that was. Yep, Sajni clearing it. Just keep it safe. Wow, Xavi Espart jumping wow, jumping Morgan Gibbs White. Didn't think I'd see that. I do love our press though. I think Hamza's doing very well. Nottingham Forest haven't really been able to build out the back. We just got to make sure that we can win those second balls, which we don't in that case. Jordi Pesquera, great work. And then Brian Ferdinand on the ball, slowing it down. Forest need to win here in order to win this tournament. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm sure that they are trying to go for the win. Adeyemi. And you see Fermin. Great run by Fermin. Play him! Ah. Alright. So Hamza does well there, winning the free kick, holding the ball up, but that's something that we need to play forward on. Oliver Glasner, that's right. He's the Forest manager coming from Crystal Palace, where he just won the Conference League with Crystal Palace. Definitely going to get more money here with the that Greek guy, Greek owner, the crazy one. But he's definitely getting more money. He's definitely a good coach. But if if they get the money that they need, Nottingham Forest could be a problem in this upcoming season in the Premier League. As long as they beat Fulham, I'm going to be very happy. I hope Fulham get relegated. I'm willing to sacrifice Anthony Robinson to the championship just for the good of the game. Same thing with Jorge Cuenca. He unfortunately might have to get sacrificed for the good of all that's holy. Great work. Just rotating the ball. We're kind of missing that final deadly ball to get someone through. That just creative ball. I mean, that's what something Lamine, something Pedri. Crossed by a Spart, picked up by Cells. We just haven't shown anything exciting. I don't think we had a shot on target yet. Just need something to spark this game on. Great flick. Ah. We're winning the second ball, but we're just unable to win the third ball. Sorry, my nose is extremely itchy. I don't know if it's because it's hot or something. Oh, what a flick by Bernal. I think I like the second jerseys more than the first team jersey. The first jersey, this or maybe this is the third, the salmon. Ugh. We're really missing a dominating midfielder who controlled the possession. We have those. We have what's his name, Pedri and Frankie and and potentially Rodri, but just none of them are playing right now. So it's kind of just kind of shows a difference and drop off in quality. I This is why I think Casado was the better midfielder in the Birmingham City game. He was able to come in and kind of control that. It's a reason why I think someone like a Manchester United, as much as I don't want them to sign him, they would use him very well. I know Casado is not the fastest or the most physical, but he knows what to do in the role that he has. Oh, somehow that's our ball. I thought that was Forrest's ball. Okay, yeah, we can't build up from this throw-in. I think we just need to clear it. Force are pressing. I mean, they're playing it's a fun game. Hamza really hasn't been able to get into the game, and that's kind of our fault for not giving him the opportunities. Xavi Espart needs to be smarter there and not press. And that's a communication thing. James McAtee is the other midfielder. That's who it was. I mean, Forest have had chances that haven't really threatened us too much, but it's definitely not ideal to see us being pressed back like this. We haven't really been able to build up at the back. Oh my God! Once again, who is that? Igor Jesus puts it over the bar. We're living by the skin of our teeth. It's not great, I will say. Would have been offsides, but at the same time, it's giving. I don't love that we're conceding these chances all the time. Thanks for hopping into the live, by the way. Appreciate you listening to my commentary on this. Um, Jared Martin doing his job well, forcing Igor Jesus back. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, really? I thought that was a penalty. We got lucky there. We definitely got lucky there. Um, Luckily, no VAR, but I probably would have called that a penalty. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's a clear penalty. I'd be screaming if it was the other way around. Uh, not good, not good. We're definitely not controlling this game, which I don't love. Xavi Espart winning the ball back after losing it. Rafinha winning the foul just to slow the game down. Good on him. That's a smart move by Rafinha to just keep the ball up. Oh, what a ball again by Xavi to find Adeyemi over the top. Murillo beaten. Crop. Oh. All right, Adeyemi, you gotta challenge that. Mark Bernal plays it out to Adeyemi. We're finally looking like we want to do something. Good work by Bernal to keep the ball rotating there. Yeah, Pesquera has a lot of work to do, especially with Rafinha tucking in. Uh, Great work by Hamza to win the ball back. I mean, this is a guy who wants to play in the first team. You got to give him his flowers. He's working as hard as he can despite not getting the chances. It's the same reason why people love Haaland on their team, because even if he doesn't get chances, he'll work for you. He'll press. He'll be a nuisance in the back line. I'm hoping that Hamza will be kind of like that guy where even if he doesn't touch the ball a lot, ugh, Bernal again losing the ball. Just not ideal. Boy, is so fast. I did really like him in the World Cup. Him switching off with Ruben Vargas for the Swiss national team. Them switching off was really nice to watch. Nice work. Oh, Sangare definitely a workhorse. Not really the most technical player, but helps us get the ball back there. Helps Forrest get the ball back there. Nico Williams on the ball. Why is Jordi Pesquera out there alone? He's 2v1. Martin needs to help, or we need to call back Ryan Farinas to drop deeper there. Jeez, my nose is. I'm like sick or something. Might be sick, but I'm still watching Barca. Yeah, it's just both teams really aren't doing much. Oh, that's probably a foul. But because it's more of like a first half, uh, I don't feel like there's much breaking down that can happen, and especially because we don't have our midfielders that can control the ball, makes that a little bit harder. But to be fair to Hamza, Nottingham Forest can't really build up simply for the fact that like Hamza is always there. They can't. It's not like just smooth sailing across that back line. Oof. Oh, Christensen with the covering. Great work by him. Why is Christensen at right back right now? I need you back inside. I really don't want Xavi Espart marking Igor Jesus. Chesney smart, very smart. I don't love how Jordi Pesquera has to be tucked in all the time, especially when we press. It's not ideal. Fermin has also not been able to get into the game very well either. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a foul. Hamza jumping over James McAtee. Find him. Look at Fermin. Great work. Oh, oh my God! And Gibbs White hits the post. This is the issue with playing a young Hamza. As I said before, he has the physical attributes, but it's more of the build up and the technical ability there. That's not a good pass to give away. Espart's out of position. We get very lucky there that Gibbs White hits the post instead of slotting into the top left or the bottom right corner. Yeah, we are counting our lucky stars right now, and it's not going to look good. Forrest loses the ball, and Adeyemi on the counterattack. You see Raf. Raf versus Murillo. Oh, that's clearly a foul too. I mean, it's kind of fair because of the other foul, but yeah, that was a penalty. Both of them were penalties. That's probably a foul. Okay, we keep playing on. Yeah, Farinas and Bernal. I think Farinas needs to drop deeper alongside Bernal in order to help control the game more. I don't think Bernal is really controlling it. Yeah, but Rafinha doing very well on the counter attack there, just beating Murillo one on one. I think if we're playing Christensen and Gerard Martin at the back, I think we need a real defensive midfielder. I don't think Bernal's the right person to play in that role. Um, I think yeah, we just need someone who's more structured defensively. Having someone like a Casado in this game would have helped. Yeah. Mm. Great build-up play. It's free for Rinas. Great work by Farinas, Rafinha, and Pesquera on that left side to build up out of pressure. Adeyemi on the wing. Oh, great press by Rafinha. Oh, unlucky. Very unlucky to not win that ball back. That's offsides too. Oh, come on. Even Forrest thought that was offside. At the end, you need to drop off. Yep. Oh, very bad pass by Mario. Not very normal. Bernal, once again in the right place, not keeping the ball after winning it. Yeah, Forrest definitely dropping into more of a back three, which is kind of expected. That's how Glasner played at Crystal Palace with his three center backs. Oh, free kick. Oh, okay. So, don't know what's happening, but something's happening. Great touch in, great touch out. Rafinha's having to drop in a lot deeper to help us build out the back, which is not ideal. We want him on the wings. We need someone to exploit that space. Adeyemi really hasn't done that on the right hand side. And Bernal. Good. That's a mess. Oh, he won the ball? Interesting. Good job, Xavi Espart. And now Fermin with the space. Xavi Espart tucking in almost like an inverted right back right now. Oh, Adeyemi, great work. Plays it up top to Fariñas. What a shot! Oh! Oh! Oh, Hamza at the rebound. But Fariñas, what a brilliant shot. First time getting the ball from Adeyemi. Adeyemi holding the ball up out wide, finding Fariñas inside. Great work by Adeyemi to find Fariñas. Fariñas plays it, hits. Hamza, you gotta get that finish off, man. But that's what Hamza does. He's in the right spot at the right time. He follows up the ball the second it's hit. He's the first to react, faster than Milenkovic, faster than Murillo, faster than I don't know who the other center back is. But wonderful, wonderful play from Barcelona. Finally, something to look forward to. Nico Williams. All right, good block, and Adeyemi's again on the break. Hamza on the ball. You have Raf. Play Raf. Ah. Yep. It's once again the technical ability. I think he trusts his speed too much. Whereas if we had a Lewandowski where he's a little bit slower, he would have just played that first time because he knows he's not going to be able to beat the defender for pace. We look a lot better now, though. We look like we're trying to play the game. Adeyemi 1-on-1, or 1 versus 2. Great work by Fariñas in the right place at the right time. Finds Rafinha. Oh, what a nutmeg! Oof. Unlucky. Bernal with space. Have a shot, man. Nice. Unlucky to have it blocked. But that's what we need. Very good job by Bernal. Bernal, you can't give that away. Yeah, Bernal needs to head that to a safer area. But Xavi Espart winning the ball back. Injury now for James McAtee off the Bernal shot. Oh yeah, that might just his foot wasn't primed enough to defend that shot because he's not expecting to get there. He's hoping for it to hit his shin or something like that rather than his actual foot. What a nutmeg by Rafinha though. Brilliant, brilliant nutmeg. Yeah, I haven't seen too much. Barcelona finally seems to wake up, which is great. Just we've been asleep for a little too long. Over the top to Adeyemi. Sells has to come off his line. Gets a bad clearance. Not bad. Not bad. And Forrest build up on the counterattack. Jared Martin slowing the play down. Chesney, what a save! What a save by Chesney. I mean, yeah, the counterattack is what's always going to kill us. Always, always, always. We were just very lucky that Chesney was aware. Pesquer coming back just on time to unsettle Ndoye. That's offsides. Surely it's offsides. Finally. Yeah, but Ndoye's fast. I really do like him. I was thinking that we would try to go and sign him, but I think once we signed Adeyemi, it was pretty certain that we weren't going to sign Ndoye. But he was decent at. I think he was at Sevilla before too. Sorry, that's Ruben Vargas. But Danado was decent when I previously watched him as well. And of course, we lose it again, just being too cute with the ball. And Forest on the counter attack, they know how to overload one side, which is very good on them. But they need to press higher if they're trying to win. But it also puts the blame on us if we are unable to beat Udinese. Yeah, Jordi Pesquer definitely slowly getting out muscled and outpaced on that side. I mean, it makes sense. And Doy is like 8 years his senior at least. But hopefully, as he grows in a little bit, he'll look a little bit better. Nice, Bernal. You have to be a little bit more aware of that. Come on, man. I know you're better than this. Yeah, Jared Martin once again not setting a foot wrong. He's doing well in that role. Sorry, it was Igor Jesus that I think had the chance earlier, and then Dan Ndoye was the one who almost beat Jordi Pesquer, but Pesquer got back just in time. Oh my goodness. How did we concede 0 goals off set pieces last season? Or that we were the best defensive team off set pieces in La Liga? Great work, great press to win the ball back. We find Rafinha on this wing. Play, play, play. Nice. We're just missing a lot of creativity in the final third right now. I mean, missing someone like him. What a great pass by Xavi Espart. Great run by Rafinha. You see Adeyemi on the far side. Great cross. Oh, good defense by Forest. Oh, oh, so close, so close. Great ball by Xavi Espart. Great run by Rafinha to just trick the defender. It's Neko Williams that he tricked. Oh, just so unlucky. Great run by Fermin. A penalty! Yes! Come on! Fermin Lopez! What a ball by Rafinha! Over the top to Fermin, and he tries to flick it over Sangare. I think, no, is it Sangare or? Yeah, that's a clear handball. That like very clear. I think it's Milenkovic that does the handball. But Fermin, great run. Rafinha, great ball. Referee in the right position. This is the third probably penalty that we could have seen. Love to see it. Love to see it. Leave it to Barca to get it at the last possible minutes. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's unfortunate by Milenkovic, but at the same time, it yeah, it's tough, but it is a PK. I mean, his arm truly like gets in the way for me, and it's I don't think it's in a natural position where it should be more tucked. It's kind of you can't really see my arm, but it's kind of like out here. Rafinha versus Matt Sells. Come on, Raf. Bravo! 1-0 puts us into the lead. We go into the final game needing just to draw needing a win to just to win it. No goal difference matters here. Rafinha stealing it right at the end. Great ball over the top from him. Great work by Fermin to get the to win the penalty for us. not the best way that I would have wanted to see us win it, but we'll take what we can get. Vamos! Brilliant penalty as well. I've missed my Brazilian king. That's my captain! That's my captain! Love to see it. Love to see it. Love, love, love to see it, baby! But this is kind of what I expected. I don't think Adeyemi is a right winger. Uh, I think Adeyemi has definitely looked a little bit. Rafinha's definitely been a lot better on this right wing. Adeyemi, the ball kind of gets lost with him over there, but it kind of shows the level of quality. Adeyemi was brought in for only like 22 million, although I do expect a little bit more from him. Adeyemi, clear it. Vamos, vamos. Very happy to get the win here. Uh, sets us up to win the tournament. But oh, man, I can breathe. I can breathe. I can I can breathe. For Ines, I wish he scored that goal. Would have been nice. Hamza up there on the backup. Interested to see what Flick does with this next game. Was if he's going to start different players? Is he going to start the same players? Make subs halfway through? I don't think we saw a single substitution during this 45. Uh, but Barcelona getting the win puts us into the next as a chance to win this tournament overall. Good start, very good start. Definitely, definitely not, definitely not something that I wish would happen. I wish to be a little bit more attacking, but a little bit more control. But we'll see if we can do that against Udinese. Right, I'm gonna go wash my face real quick, so I'll be right back. Yeah, definitely a good win for us. I am back, guys. I don't like this light in the back here. Definitely get a little bit stuffy in this room, but lighting over everything. Am I right, boys? Yeah, I'm wondering what the second lineup is going to be. All right. The Udinese game was supposed to start at 1 p.m., but I think it's probably going to go over. So we'll just see what happens here. Definitely checking Twitter right now to see who's actually playing. I'm hoping to see Alvaro Cortez come on as well. Mm. Yeah, hopefully we can see Balde come on the second half. Hopefully we can see Cortez coming on the second half. Who else do we need? Who else we hope to see? Um, I don't even know. Uh, Probably Orion Gorin. Hopefully he comes on. Now we got the violinist back out. I'm sure he's great, but I'm trying to watch the football, man. Well, we did pretty well considering that this was Forrest. What I'm assuming is Forrest's first team going into the next season. Uh, I mean, I don't know who's really missing. Maybe I really don't know who from that Forest team wasn't in their starting lineup. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Hector Forrest, especially if he's on his way out. Will we start Brian Farinas next season? I don't know. Maybe if alongside Raji if we need subs, but I'm very curious to see what Hansi Flick decides to do with him. Come on, let's restart. I just want to watch football. Racist Ruggieri is apparently leaving Atletico Madrid too. I kind of wish he stayed. He played like shit against Jamal every single time. The only reason that he looked half decent was because they had three other players around Jamal. Very excited to see Jordi Pesquera play for Athletic this upcoming season too. Don't think he's ready for the first team, especially with Cancelo coming back. Uh, but we'll just have to see. Can you imagine they're warming up and they just someone pings this guy playing the violin in the top of his head? Would be unfortunate, but kind of funny. I won't lie. All right, I think he's finishing up. Nice. Come on. Oscar Gustavo apparently scored in their 1-1 draw against Girona, according to La Masia report. Love to see it. Hopefully he gets up to the next level soon. Ibrahim Diarra was the captain, which is interesting. I'm seeing Landry Fare was in the starting lineup. One of our new signings as well. Don't know his name. Iker Rodriguez in goal, by the looks of it. Aziz, I think, is playing. Sorry, just a few. No, sorry, Landry Fare was the captain. I promise I'm not a bad person. He is so tall. Holy shit. For someone Yamal Kubarsi's age, Bernal's age, he is tall too. I think we're just going through the highlights once again. But I'm seeing the ideas. I mean, we are we're finding Adeyemi behind. I think Bernal just needs to play at a little bit of a faster pace right now. I think he's used to something a little bit more slower, especially coming on as a sub most games. But especially in the if he's playing against Premier League opposition, he needs to take a step up. But yeah, Xavi Espart once again playing great balls in behind. I can see why Flick trusts him over Hector Fort. He offers something that I don't think most other right backs offer, besides maybe like most other right backs offer. I think his long balls out the back is something different. I don't think Hakimi is someone who does that either, and I think Hakimi is probably the best right back in the world right now. Can't wait to see the first team players back in as well. I mean, it's just I miss them. I mean, we have a bunch of World Cup winners that just haven't come back yet. I mean, the only other team facing anything similar is probably like Atletico Madrid because they had a few Argentinians on that team, but most of them didn't play full games either. So, I mean, freaking De La Fuente had Yamal playing. I don't think Yamal got subbed out for maybe like 20 minutes in total the entire World Cup. Yes, game is coming back. If not, Christensen still out there, Chesney still out there. This looks like the same lineup. Jordi Pesquer is there. Xavi Espart, Bernal, Brian Farinas, Shane Kluivert, I think, is on. Uh, I see Bernal, Brian, Shane Kluivert. Come on, keep the camera on one shot, man. I'm trying to see who this lineup is. Dude, I don't care about Udinese. This is the Barcelona feat. Show me some Barca players. That's Ibrahima Tunkara, I think, is coming on. Adeyemi, Hamza. The commentator said 6'7". Pesquer, Bernal, Farinas, Ibrahima Tunkara, Shane Kluivert. Interesting. Very interesting. So Flick is definitely treating this as a real game. Interesting. I'm really surprised that Flick values Shane Kluivert over someone like Tony Fernandez, over someone like Alex Gonzalez. I think both of those players are better. I think Ibrahim Diarra is better as a left winger than Shane Kluivert. Maybe I'm missing something, but not my favorite bet. Yeah. Udinese apparently have a brand new starting 11, which makes sense. It's been a while since they've last played. Barca are going back to back, so it makes sense to try to get fitness, especially since there's a lot of first team players. Uh, I will say I hope it's not Shane Kluivert being called up to the first team because I don't think he's ready. But we'll see. And I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea who's on Udinese anymore. So yeah, looking at Nottingham Forest lineup, like maybe the only player that would have started is Morato, maybe Nicholas Dominguez as a starter. Uh, Nicolo Zaniolo is on the bench. Yeah, I'm really not sure about anyone who the hell plays for um Udinese. Really, like Karlstrom, I've kind of heard of. But very excited to see these guys play. Very excited. Abriba Tunkara playing in that 10 role most likely behind Hamza, but it looks like Hamza's going to be in the first team. Oh my god. Another long ball to help beat us over the top. Oh my god. Please clear it. Why does this always happen? Why can't we just like be ready in the first for long balls? Idrissa Gueye, is that the former Everton man and PSG? Yeah, this Udinese is going all out right now. They're fresh. Good job by Shane. Fair play. Oh, Tunkara. What a move. Oh my god. Man, is he getting called up to the first team this season? Am I glazing too much? Yeah, Bernal's still playing in that lone six role with Farinas dropping in occasionally. Not my favorite though. Great ball over the top by Martin to Shane. This is not a good touch though. Still no Balde. Would have loved to see him come on. Hopefully it's not injury or anything. Great work. Adeyemi in the right place defensively to win the ball back for us. Yeah, Bernal. I need Bernal to show up a little bit more in that defensive mid role. I think Udinese doing another thing where they're just blocking off any passing through the center, forcing us to. I think Rima Tunkara in 3 minutes has done 6 step overs, which is funny. Great work to win it by Bernal, who's playing more attacking now. Adeyemi on the ball. Oh, brilliant strike by Bernal just over the bar. Looking like hopefully he's getting into a more advanced role this time, which is kind of interesting because we did have the same setup of midfield last time, but Bernal was playing deeper. But now it looks like he's stepping up a little bit more. Maybe if Brian Farinas is dropping in. Hopefully, you don't have to go to penalties again. I mean, obviously, our team is not the best at penalties. Uh, Seeing what happened in that Birmingham City game, but instead, we hopefully can get the winner here. Good work by Gerard Martin. Christensen helping build up as well. Yeah, they're really trying to cut off any passes into Mark Bernal, which is kind of helping which I think Flick noticed in the first half, even though it was a different team. But he's dropping Brian Farinas a little bit deeper to help with the build-up. Makes it a little bit harder for Udinese to mark two players, and it makes sense. I mean, this is what how he usually sets up with two defensive mids. I do think that Nottingham Forest are playing with a bit of a higher intensity. I mean, they had to win. Udinese here can drop off a little bit deeper simply for the fact that a draw would lead them to penalties, which is, in my opinion, an easier way to beat Barcelona. Adiemi fouled there. Ooh, Tunkara. Risky ball over to Jared Martin, but it works out. Shane Kluivert, come on, man. Yeah, once again, the commentators are saying that they want Xavi Espart to get forward more, but that's just not Flick's style. The right back usually defends deeper, and the left back bombs forward. That's what we saw with what's his name, Alfonso Davies when he was at Bayern, and it looks like they're keeping the same. He's keeping the same idea tactically. Great work by Shane. Great flick by Brian. I think Brian is definitely getting into the game a little bit more. First half he was kind of absent, but that's might just be tactically. Now he's playing in a role that's probably a little bit more familiar to him, where he can build things up out the back. Shane Kluivert loses it. That's my thing with Shane Kluivert. He knows what to do. He's just a second too slow, and in the first team, a second too slow is too much. I can see he understands the position. He's smart, but it just doesn't click for him right fast. It's kind of like Bernal in that defensive role. It just it doesn't seem to come naturally to him, and he's always a step behind. Very interesting that in these friendlies that we're coming up against two teams that play three at the back. It's very interesting. We usually don't play against three at the back teams in La Liga, so this is definitely a tactically very different. Right there, Shane. Oh, unlucky. Good work by Jordi Pesquer to follow back. Farina, so very comfortable on the ball. Lovely to see. Lovely player to watch. Just keep cycling. We haven't really poked and prodded too much against Udinese. Uh, they've been very strong defensively. This is something we might see a lot with Xavi, just having someone run over the top and having him try to play that ball through. Although it might not happen as often once we bring in great work by Shane Kluivert. I'm saying this might not happen as much with Pedri and Rodri, who are able to control the midfield a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely think dropping Brian Farina's deeper is helping Bernal. Bernal wants to get forward more, and he just hasn't had that opportunity playing in that deep lying playmaker role, which I don't think he's the most used to. Great ball into Tunkara. Yeah, dude, I literally have no idea who the hell is playing for Udinese. Yeah, Farinas definitely allows us to. What a ball by Xavi Espart again! Almost finding Adeyemi. Ah, Tunkara just wasn't aware. Oh, but he wins the ball back. Coming up 1-on-1 with a shot! Deflected, corner. Got a little bit lucky on the first time losing the ball initially, but yeah, but very good work from him to take the ball forward and get the shot off. Shane Clover with the cross. Ooh, Christensen. Good work by Shane Clover. I've been talking a lot of smack about him, so uh, it's good to see that he does have positives in his game. Our press is working. Ah, Bernal unlucky. Good press to win the ball back. Oh, Tunkara again. He's just so good on the ball. Farinas loses the ball, just out muscled. Good work by Xavi Espart to win the ball back. Farinas now, Bernal wins it back to him. And Farinas sends it long to Adeyemi. What a ball! Adeyemi, 1-on-1, cuts into his left foot, hits it! Good shot. Great work. This is what we want to see on the counter attack. A little bit unlucky to not keep the ball earlier, but this is promising. Very promising. Good run by Hamza as well. I think it was to make that darting run to open up some space for him. Now we see the subs. Alvaro Cortez looks like he's coming on. Balde, Goran. Who is who is that? Oh, Basiwu. Ah, no wonder I didn't recognize who it was. Also seeing Balde, which is good. First time we're seeing him in preseason. Saw Hector Fort. Yep. Chesney keeping a clean sheet was not on my list today as well. I do like Adeyemi though. He's impressing me a bit. He offers that defensive work rate that Rashford doesn't, but and although he may not be as decisive one-on-one. Orient Goran is the other one. Bisiwu, his Barcelona debut, the Barca fan for life. Who's coming off? Pesquer, AC Bernal, C. Xavi Espart. Linus is off? Is that? So, so I think Bernal stays on. I saw Marcus Sorg's here, and I thought that Gordon could come back for a second. Very excited to see Bisiwu. I'm assuming Clover is moving on to the right-hand side. Is that Hamza off? Yeah, it's Hamza off. So I think Adeyemi is playing up as a 9. Oh, Shane Clover as a 9. Interesting. Very surprised. Bernal, you can't lose the ball there. That's a risky pass. Gonna be curious what happens with Hector Fort. Seems like Hansi Flick doesn't really trust him as much for most like what I would imagine his defensive work rate. But we'll have to see where he goes if he does. I mean, I personally think Hector Fort is more suited for a 5 at the back formation where he can kind of bomb forward and doesn't have as much defensive responsibility. Which is why I really enjoyed watching him at Elche. He got that wonder goal and then got injured. But we'll have to see. I don't think potentially we move him to left back as well, where he can bomb forward a little bit more. Because I don't think he's as solid in the build-up, tucking in as a third center back as Xavi Espar or even as Koundé. Great pass. Oof. Good work. That's a foul. Orion Gordon definitely playing in a more defensive role this game than the previous game. Very interesting to see Bernal, Goran, and Tunkara in the starting lineup. It's a very young midfield. I think with an average age of 17, if my math is correct, because Tunkara and Gordon are the same age. Bernal is the senior midfielder at a ripe old 18 or 19 years of age. Very funny. Sue, first time on the ball. Great ball into Alvaro Cortez though to build up from the back. Yeah, very interesting to see what we do with Bisiwu. He's currently registered as a first team player. Kind of makes sense since we paid 10 million euros for him. Not really something that you want to pay for a second team player. We'll see what he ends up doing for the Barcelona first team though. Goran very highly rated in the club. Uh, haven't really seen too much of him, unfortunately, because he plays for the under-19s. It's harder to watch their games. If you want to watch good games, Arsene KNVB has good. Great cross from Adeyemi, cleared by Udinese. Oh, Goran to Basiwu. First time seeing him attempt to dribble. Orion Goran looks a lot better this game than the previous game, I will say that. Basiwu is definitely not a player that likes to hang out wide, which is nice to see. He definitely likes to invert more, but I believe that depending on how Flick wants to play, he might ask him to stay out wider just to make sure we keep the width. Oh, Adeyemi, that's not good. But good pressure from Barcelona after losing the ball. Hector Ford up there. Shane getting beat. And Udinese is able to build up out the back. Great work by Hector Ford to win the ball back there. I see why they like Orion Goran. He's very calm on the ball. Perfect. Hector Ford carrying his space. I think the issue with Hansi Flick, well, not the issue, but it's like it's very one-sided. It's the same. Each side has a set way of playing. I potentially think that it might be better to have Hector Fort be the one bombing forward this time, almost as a reverse, and let Balde tuck in as a center back. Great ball over from Christensen, cut out by one of their center backs. Great work by Christensen, I think. I've run out of water. Christensen has looked very good though. I really like him at that right center back. He's looked very consistent this game. Looked a little bit more shaky in the previous game, but this game looks pretty good too. Oof. Yeah, bad touch by Tunkara. Gives up the foul. Yeah, definitely a bad touch. Yeah, yeah, it looked a lot worse, as the commentator was saying. I thought he went studs up, but it looks like his foot was planted. His front foot was planted. Good work by Balde to break the press. Great ball into Adeyemi. Find him! Oh! Got played Tenkara there. Oh, great work by Hector Fort. Last ditch tackle to win it. Haven't really been able to find Basu. I think it's that we're definitely looking for Adeyemi more on the counter attack, just because that's where all the space is. As I say that, the ball over the top to Basuwu, and he's gonna keep it in. He's got that funny, like lazy, not lazy, but it just looks like he's lazy dribbling style. But it works. It didn't work that time, but it really, I do see it. It's kind of like Diamande. But we'll have to see how Basu eventually develops. More subs, more subs. Who's coming out? I think I see Tony. Oh, Tommy, Marquez, Guille, and Tony. Tommy Marquez captain. I'm assuming Tony is on for Adeyemi. And then Christensen off. Who's going to be in the back line? Alvaro Cortez on the back. Yeah, Tommy Marquez. Yeah, number 10, Tommy Marquez playing center back. What an interesting thing to do. It just shows how little depth we have at center back. I mean, we have four center backs, and our most important one is resting, and deservedly so, from the World Cup. And our second best center back, I would assume, Eric Garcia, also was in that World Cup. Oh, great ball from Tommy Marquez to find Shane Cloyver in space. Hector Fort on the overlap. Tony Fernandez dribbling forward. Clips the ball over to Orion Goran. Just unlucky. Good idea. Great idea. Very good builder from the team. Really caught Udinese out at the back. Tommy Marquez, we will see where he ends up though, because there's rumors that he wants to leave. Guille Fernandez with the 1-2 with Shane Clover, showing his physicality. He's definitely got the better build of the two cousins. Fernandez from distance over the top. We're taking the next steps. The team is exciting. It's looking like they're wanting to do something. They caught two balls from two shots back to back. Guille Fernandez working back defensively. I really like Guille Fernandez. These two preseason games, I've been very impressed with him. Whether he's ready for the first team or not, I'm not really too sure. just because we have so much Tunkara. Just because we have so much competition in that midfield. But I do like what I see. I'm hoping to see more from him for Athletic or at a different team, depending on Barca's decision with him this summer. Yes, send him. You see Tony. Tommy Marquez again. Basu, a good press. And now we go. Very good work from the team. Unlucky. If think of a little bit more communication there, that dummy goes to Tunkara, and we get a good shot on goal. That's probably a foul. Tommy Marquez definitely showing what a midfielder does. I mean, he's building up very well, uh, playing line breaking passes. That's what you expect, putting a defensive midfielder in your center back role. We are truly midfielder FC. Good tackle by Balde to win it back. I'm hoping to see him come back into form as well. And the ball over the top. Orion Goran back defending. Great defensive header by Fort. Great work defensively by Fort. And then Tony Fernandez back as well. Cross comes in, but that should be Szczesny's. Great work. Love Szczesny, but is he going to be the right person for us to be a backup? Maybe, especially with Tech gone. We'll see what happens. A long ball over the top to Shane Clever. What a wonderful ball from Szczesny. Definitely offering something different with that pass. $13 minutes for us to get another goal or go to penalties. We'll see. We're definitely looking more dangerous in this game. Udinese are dropping off a lot more. But I do think our youth players are good. I mean, we watch like the La Fabrica players. They come into Serie A and dominate. I would say Nico Paz has done well. Jacobo Ramon. But you're looking at the Barca players. They could do the same thing. Andres Cuenca just signed for Como. He's gonna have a good season, I think. Uh, Alex Valle is playing there. He's been backed up by. Oh, what a pass from Tony! Looking cute. Uh, Alex Valle played left back there, in and out between different players in the team, behind Alberto Moreno. But he's looking. He's probably gonna have a true breakout season next year. Guille Fernandez is finding very good pockets. Hector Ford make that overlap. Great cross in. Orion Goran's a little too short for that. But good defensive work by Tony Fernandez. I can see why they like Goran a lot. I really like Guille. I think he has a lot of promise. And I think his confidence is coming back. Last year he was out of confidence, which is why he didn't play as much under Juliano Balletti. But right now he's looking like a really good player. I'm really enjoying watching him. Oof. Risky pass from Tommy Marquez. But Orion Goran there again to win the ball. Yeah, Goran is going to play for the athletic team for sure. He looks too good to play for the under 19s despite being 17, 16, something like that. Unbelievable. I'm like a boomer compared to these guys. Play him. Great pass. This is what Hector Ford is good at. He's overlapping. He's underlapping. He's making those darting runs in behind. And that's not something that Flick likes, especially for his right backs, because he likes them to tuck in a little bit more in the build-up. But in that five at the back at Elche, he was able to do that really easily. And I think that's his skill set. It's the same thing with Brunel. They're good at getting forward, not necessarily defensively, and hopefully we can find a way to use them in that proper role. Kluivert with the corner. Cortez, misses the ball. Oh, Orion Goran. Gorian has that like Bausa that player like Pedri has. He is just so fun to watch right now. Guille able to hold it. Nice work. Shane Kluivert, great touch as well. Basu with the cross. Oh, Tony, you got to be prepared for that. You got to be prepared for that. No, but this team, if they're staying together, they're gonna make a big play for promotion next year for the fourth division. I mean, just having Tunkara most likely, Tony Fernandez, Guille, they look ready. I mean, yes, they do lose their two starting center backs in Alexis Olmedo and Alvaro Cortes, but they look that's a bad that's bad from Tommy. Uh, no, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. Yeah, Szczesny playing sweeper keeper. Never thought I'd say that, especially with his time at Roma, at Juve, and at Arsenal. That's off. Tommy Marquez definitely good at playing the ball. What another great ball to the Guille, but definitely plays a lot riskier passes than most center backs would. But that's what you expect from a defensive mid that's playing center back. But sometimes it's just a little too risky. That's a foul. Basiru definitely needs some more time with training with the team. Gay again down. Not sure what happened. Looks like a head injury again. Didn't see anything, but I'm also sitting in my room. Yeah, it's a normal push, like as you're holding your position. Excuse me. Tommy Marquez, super confident on the ball, as you expect. Same with Alvaro Cortez. They're definitely sitting off a bit deeper on Tommy Marquez in comparison to Alvaro Cortez. The the movement in our front line is really nice though. I'm like we're finding Tony Fernandez in nice little pockets as he tucks in. Oh, great move by Balde. Basu, very unlucky to not get that ball off, but great work by Balde to really take it inside. That's what he's really good at, just dribbling past to break that first line of pressure. Didn't really see it as much towards the end of last season, but that might have been just lack of confidence plus injuries plus Cancelo coming in. Cortez, left foot, right foot, he finds the pass in. Yeah, Guille is getting the ball fired into him, just like at the deepest position. It's not helping him look good. Tommy Marcus is just like firing it into him. Bida at the back. I think Cortez with the cover. Doesn't have the most pace in the world, which definitely doesn't help. But him and Chesney did enough. I haven't really seen Shane Kluivert get on the ball since I was impressed with him getting on the ball. It's been a while, I think. Maybe like 10, 15 minutes since he's had a touch. We haven't been as dominant possession wise, which is potentially why. How has that not gone in from Udinese? We got very lucky there. How did we concede so few goals from corners last season? Hector Fort losing his man the same way we conceded against Birmingham. This is one thing that I don't like about Hector Fort. In crosses, he loses the ball a little bit too easily. It's the same issue with Nahuel Molina and why they conceded 2 goals in the final 2 games in the World Cup. But we need more strength defensively in the air on corners, which is another reason why potentially why Flick doesn't like Fort. I mean, that's something that you should be able to do as a defender. Just watch your man. Tony to his cousin. Keeps the ball with Cortez. Yeah, we really only build up to the right hand side, which is not ideal. We need to have more options on this left hand side. We have good enough players with Orion Gorin, with Alex Balde. Looks like we just need more width on this side. And I don't think Basu is offering that right now, making it hard to build up. Good work by Shane to do the pressing work. Oh, how do they get out there? What? No, okay, just no fouls. And Guille pressing. Long ball over the top again beats us. Good work though from Tommy to track back. Slowly probing, picking the ball up. Gorian finding space. Guille unlucky to win it. Ball through. Tommy unable to win the cross. Alvaro Cortez, you need to be more aware of your man. Ah. Cortez unaware of the man at the back post, unfortunately. Balde just not following his man either. Great finish though by the Udinese player. On the counterattack once again. I mean, I know Tommy isn't a center back, but once he's there, you gotta clear it. But yeah, Cortez just unaware that there's a guy back there. Balde's gotta let him know. And Tommy Marquez just not close enough to the ball. Not really our best effort defensively, and that's going to lose us this tournament, unfortunately. Well, hopefully we're going to be pressing these next few minutes. Yeah, we'll see what we can do here with 2 added minutes. Once again, us shutting down in the last few minutes. Uh, Same thing with the first few minutes. I think Flick needs to help them. Oh, good move. Get them to focus in the beginning and the end of each half. I mean, that's when we concede most of our chances, I feel. Siwu. Lucky. It's good for him to try, but did have ball there on the overlap there. Got some guy flipping off some player in the. But I mean, yeah. I mean, Shane Clover been a little bit invisible these last few minutes. We really haven't been doing well, and that's what allowed Udinese to counter and score. Yeah, Tommy Marquez is not a center back. And that is game. Udinese get the winner at the right at the death. Bayo with the winner, I think it was. Uh, we look. I think the athletic team look okay. I mean, they'll be good for next season. I think this is still they're playing against first division players, a lot of young players here, but good to see. Balde looks decent. Really liked him there. Uh, Alvaro Cortez sleeping at the end, but I think for most of the game that was there, he looked good. Christensen as well looked really good as a player. And then Rafinha looking like he's getting back on form. Looks like he's a Barca player. Adeyemi's still winning his first goal in a Barca kit, but we'll see how it goes. But hopefully this is just a warm up, and we see more in the next preseason game against Al